Hello everyone, Mitch here from Joe's Basecamp in Brookvale, coming at you with another Basecamp Homies workout. As always, we hope everyone's doing well, and we're going to give you another session to sweat it out, have a bit of a break from your studies, and learn some new movements as well. So just to give you a bit of an overview of how today will work, we will start, of course, with our warm-up, which we do the same every time. Then we're going on to a skill. Today's skill is called a dead bug. It is a core-based exercise for those stomach muscles. Going to get you nice and strong, rock hard abs. And then we're going to go on to a circuit where we incorporate that new skill that we've learnt into some other exercises as well. Today we're going to work through 3 exercises in total as part of that circuit. And then, of course, to finish off, we have a challenge. Today's one, we are working through as many sit-ups as we can in 60 seconds to finish off, and your target is to try and beat me in that time. Cool? Sound good? So anything you will need today is, if you have some sort of mat, that is perfect. If you don't, just maybe a towel on the floor just to be a bit more comfortable. Otherwise, if you're on the grass or something, you'll be perfect as well, because we are lying down for a bit of today's session, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, water bottle. Always got to have plenty of water while we're training, and a sweat towel is perfect as well. Cool, so grab those things if you haven't already. I'm going to get us ready for our warm-up, and then we will get into it. So, warm-up, in case you haven't joined us, any of our last few sessions, we have 7 movements, and we just do 20 seconds of each, 2 times through, and then we're ready to go. Starting to get into winter now, it's getting a bit colder, so we're going to try and just get moving nice and quick today, straight into it, with our high knees firstly. So really light on the feet, drawing the knees up high, nice quiet movement. Start of our session, we always want to just do what we can just to get the blood going, get the whole body moving, get a bit of a sweat, and let's get the heart rate to rise as well. Heel flicks are next. So trying to maintain the same pace, still nice and light on the feet. And we should start to feel the heart rate start to climb already. Awesome, next one through is our A skip. So similar kind of movement now, alternating side to side, but we're really light on our feet. Tap both feet down, and then alternating which one you lift up. So should be trying to get that knee straight up high. Beautiful. Let's take some steps back. So have a bit of space in front of you. Long jump forward. We'll go for 2 reps, and then we'll repeat. Step it back, using the arms, and working right back to the end. We'll get one more round out. 2 long jumps. Beautiful. Coming back, chest up tall, long lunge. We rotate over the front leg before we return back to standing and change sides. So trying to push that hip forward. It's okay to rest your back knee on the floor and really make sure your chest is up tall. Good, staying there. Into our walkout, so we bring one foot up, bring both hands up in front of the feet, touch the legs, walk it back, just to shoulder level is fine. Next time through, we'll try and go a little bit further. Good, last one, striders. One foot comes up next to the hand. We open up, we look up to the sky as tall as we can, drop down, changing sides. If you find this one really difficult, let's just drop down onto our back knee, and then we can come across. Beautiful. Round 1, all done. Round 2. Back to the start. Same again, working through those high knees. So we can try to work this a little bit faster now, start to let the heart rate continue to climb as we do start to get a bit of a sweat. Heel flicks. If you haven't already, now's the time to get your brother and sister, mum, dad involved, everyone in the house, get them together, have a bit of fun. You can all work out together and work through these exercises and A skips. Good, doing well. Still just working at a steady pace. Still, of course, in our warm-up. Don't need to go too crazy too early. And let's go into our bounds. This time, I want one long jump. So rather than two slightly shorter ones, we're just going to do one, but I want you to go as far as you can. Last one, all the way, there we go. All right, into our long lunge, rotate, change. With these, if you get a bit of pain in your knees, try stepping back rather than stepping forwards. Might just help relieve a little bit of that pressure. 2 exercises to go. Back into our inchworms. This time, let's try to go a little bit past the shoulders and then come back in. A little bit past. Just touching the legs so we get that full range of movement in. And we'll walk it out once more. 1 foot up. Big stretch open to the sky. Breathe in, hand down, and change. Remember, if you need to, back knee goes to the floor. Last one. And there we have it. Great job. So, we're warm, we're ready to go. If you need to now, I'll get you to grab your mat or grab your towel, and we're gonna work through that dead bug exercise. Now, this exercise is really, really important, like I said, for our core muscles. So all the muscles that surround our stomach, the ones that we have on front for our rock hard abs, and they're really good if you're doing any sort of sports where you've noticed you get a bit of back pain, which is very common among both young people and a lot of people as they go further into life as well and start to exercise more. Really important that we're really stable through here, really strong. It's gonna prevent any pain. So this exercise is one you can throw in regularly to help alleviate that as well. So I'll show you what the exercise looks like, and then I'm gonna get you to join me. There's going to be 3 options, 3 progressions that you can work through. The first one, and all of them we are lying down. The first one, we're going to be, lying back. Now, starting setup for all movements, we have our lower back flat to the floor. So that means when we're lying down, I shouldn't be able to get my hand underneath there. It should be as flat as possible. So if you need to, get your mum or dad or your brother or sister, try and get their hand under there. If they can, then make sure that you button your back so that they can't. Next step, arms are up. Now, option number 1 is just going to be a controlled lower to the floor and then back to the middle, change sides. Now you want to make sure that that same thing's happening as you lower your feet, you can't get your hand underneath. If that's too easy for you, you'd like to go a bit harder, let's try going leg all the way out and changing up. Again, that lower back stays flat to the floor. Exercise number 3, or option number 3, as we do legs straight, the opposite arm goes back behind us. We control it, we alternate side to side, okay? So there are 3 progressions. We are going to work through them all, and I'm going to get all of us to try all of them, and then you're going to know which one is perfect for you, and we do it in our circuit. So remember, it doesn't matter which one you have. You can start at the lowest one and build your way up, or if you're feeling a bit more confident, you can start at one of the higher ones. As long as every time when you're doing it, your back is flat, really flat to the floor, making sure that you maintain that with every rep, okay? So practice with me now. We're just going to practice 2 reps at each movement. We're going to start at the easiest one and work our way up towards the hardest one, okay? So option 1, all ready to go together. My back's flat, my arms are up, and let's just try going through. So when I say 2, I'm just referring to 2 on each side. So 2 full reps, and we'll see how that feels. If that's challenging for you, then you know that's your progression for today. Let's try going 1 step further. So take that leg all the way out now. Again, just testing, is my lower back flat? If I know it is, then I can try progression number 3. So again, let's all try this one with me now and see how we find that. If you find that really challenging, then maybe sticking with number 1 or 2. Cool? So there we have our dead bug. Now, if at any time during our circuit you want to start at a higher one and drop down, that's completely fine as well. So, our circuit for today, the way it's going to work, 9 minutes in total, 3 exercises, 40 seconds of work on one exercise, 20 seconds to move, or to rest, before we go on to the next one. So have your water handy. We'll all be working through it at the same time, which is good, so you just need to work along with me. Exercise 1 is the dead bug, which we just went through. Exercise 2, push-ups. We have done these a bit before, and I'm sure you've done them at some point in your training as well. So we're on the toes, shoulders straight over the hands, control it down, elbows in tight, big breath out as we push up. If we need to, we're on the knees, our hips are up, and we do the same movement. That's exercise number 2. Number 3, air squats, just another name for body weight squats. So feet under the hips, turn the toes out, keeping tall, squat down, arms meet at the front, stand it up. Nice and low with every rep. Cool, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 3 times through of that little circuit. So please, if you haven't already, grab your water, grab your towel. I'll give you a bit of time to do that while I just get our timer set up, and then we will get straight into it. So quite long working sets today, and we got a good mix of strength and that more cardio work where we get our heart rate up as well. 10 seconds till we kick off. Dead bug firstly, slow, controlled, quality movement, back flat, core muscles on, and we're gonna get really strong through our lower back. Here we go. So we're back, arms are up. Sorry, I'm just gonna come forward a bit. Arms up, and I'm just gonna try going firstly with our middle option just to see how it feels for set 1. So I'm trying to keep that back flat to the floor with each rep, really squeezing tight through my stomach muscles, and breathing out when I bring my leg back in towards me. Shoulders are back, head's relaxed to the floor. Good, and have a rest there. Awesome work. Remember, if you need to change halfway through a set to one of the different progressions, that's completely fine as well. Push-ups, trying to start on your toes, working to your knees. If you need to, of course, is completely fine. 5 seconds till we go. Ready on our hands. And controlling it down, elbows in tight, strong push-up through to the top. So really steady, trying to get the full range. If you're only going halfway down, then try to drop to your knees and get the full rep in there. We don't need to try and do 1,000,000 miles an hour. We want to see controlled, strong movement all the way down towards the floor, keeping the head back. And again, if we start to fatigue halfway through the set, we can drop down to our knees. Good job. 2 sets down, 1 to go for round number 1. Remember our air squats. If you want to just practice your start position before we go, feet under the hips with a slight turn out of our toes. So we don't want them going dead straight. Turn them out slightly. Here we go. Squat down. Trying to get our hips in line with our knees. Standing up tall. Sitting nice and low into every rep. Arms meet at the front. It just helps us keep up tall as well. If we just let our arms hang down here, then our whole body comes forward. We want to be up really tall, really proud. And again, just a constant tempo as we work through these reps. 10 to go. I can start to go slightly faster with these now, as long as I'm still maintaining the same range every time. Good job. So that's 1 round. 3 rounds in total, 2 to go. Dead bugs. This time, I'm going to try doing legs straight and the arm going back as well. If you need to though, sticking with just the legs, that's completely fine. Here we go, setting up. Always first flatten out the back and trying to make sure the arm and leg that you're not moving stay nice and still. That's one of the trickier things, is trying to keep controlled in other parts of the body while we're moving something else. Big breath out when we bring that leg back in. And perhaps now I'm starting to find it a bit too challenging, so I'm going to keep my arms straight up and just go with the legs. Beautiful. Exercise 1 done. Take a few movements back, little wiggle, ready to go into our push-ups. So remember, with these as well, we can change our hand position to make it work slightly different. Today I do want us to stick with the shoulders straight over the wrists. So that targets the triceps. They're the muscles right on the back of your arms. Breathe out at the top, breathe in on the way down. And we want to make sure we keep our hips up as well. Ideally, we'll have one straight line from our toes towards our knees. Really controlled, doing well. 4 seconds, one more. And there we go. Beautiful work. Shake out the arms and we'll take it up onto our feet. Starting to get a bit red in the face, struggling with those push-ups, but that's good. We want it to test us for our strength work. Air squats, feet position, turn the toes out, and let's go. Nice consistent pace. Remember, up tall through the chest. Sitting nice and low into each rep. Keep the toes turned out. And we're right around halfway. Let's go slightly faster now for me through to the end. Still getting those arms up with each rep. Keep the knees pushed out. 5 seconds. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. 2 rounds done. 1 to go. If you do have something handy, like a school book, bag of rice, whatever you can find that's got a bit of weight, you can actually hold that as well while you're doing those squats. That's for those of you that are feeling strong, you want to challenge. If you're stronger than me, which I'm sure most of you are. All right, dead bugs. I'm going to go right back to option 1 this time, which is just tapping my foot to the floor while keeping my back flat. And again, perhaps it's a bit too easy for some of us, so we might want to try legs straight. Again, making sure you can test, can I get my hand underneath my back? And if you can, then you just need to work back down to having the legs bent. Good job. Dead bugs done. That's an awesome core exercise that you can incorporate into your little ab workouts that you're doing at home, or if you just want to get a bit stronger around that middle part of our body. Ready to go for the push-ups. This is our toughest one for today, I think. Let's do it. On the toes, feet nice and wide to balance out. Control down, control up. Really trying to hug the elbows in tight to the body. We don't want them to chicken wing out to the side. Doing well, last set of push-ups. 5 seconds. Last one. Oof. And there we go. Shaking out the arms. The arms are done for today. Doing well. Let's keep up tall in our rest breaks. Open up our airways. Make it really easy for us to get Some good breathing in and out in our rest. Air squats. Plant the feet down, ready to go. Nice and quick this time. As soon as you get to the bottom, you're straight back up. As soon as you get to the top, straight back down. So no pauses in our last set. I just want fast but controlled movement. Again, breathe out when you stand up, breathing in when you lower down. Here we go, 10 seconds. Last set for our circuit for today. And 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome work. Whew, should be getting a bit of a sweat on now. I'm just going to turn our timer off. Grabbing yourself some water. Getting ready for our challenge. So, awesome work. Hope you're feeling well. I hope you enjoyed that new exercise that we learnt today as well. Remember, just some technique pointers just to refresh. Your back is flat. You have 3 options: legs bent, legs straight, or with your arms going right back as well. Okay? So you can incorporate that at the end of your sessions as a really good way to stabilize through the middle there. Your challenge for today, more core work. 1 minute, as many sit-ups as you can do in that time, okay? The way we're going to do our sit-ups, it's going to be our diamond variation. So soles of the feet are together. We touch the floor, palms are flat, then we touch the floor behind us. So full range every time. So you can have a few practice ones of those if you'd like while I get us set up with a timer. So as many as you can in 1 minute. After this, you're done. So you gotta really try and just smash it out. Here we go. 10 seconds. This is your chance to beat me. I wanna know what scores you're getting. I've no doubt you guys will absolutely smash it. Ready? Let's go. Touch the floor. Touch the floor. Right back. Reaching forward. Five. For me. Starting to wriggle back. So all the way, every rep. Our palms must be flat in front of you. And we can just touch fingertips behind on the way back. Keep the soles of the feet together. Keeping that control through the core. Almost there, let's go, last 10 seconds. Aim for 3 to 4 more. And we should get one more out. 3, 2, and 1. Just made it. Awesome work. There we go. Sit-ups. Feel that in the core. You can feel it burn. Nice work. So, I don't know how many you did in that time. Make sure you drop a comment below. Let us know how many reps you got out in that 1 minute. Your hashtag is Basecamp HOMIES, so we can see your setup, see how you're doing it, hear how you're finding it, and then we want to know how you're going in those challenges as well. Awesome work. So recap of today, dead bug was your skill, core strengthening exercise paired with the push-ups and the squats. And then of course your challenge at the end there, see how you go. Again, you can do that one maybe once a week by yourself, and then you can see how you're progressing and improving week to week. Otherwise, I'm Mitch, Joe's Basecamp in Brookvale. We will see you tomorrow for our next Basecamp Homie session. Go enjoy your day. Goodbye for now.